I'm really proud of our first term in office, and I say we because it's definitely been a team effort. The first thing that I did is amazing is I put together a team of dedicated professionals. I think the best in the business, and we can compete anywhere in the country.
We are talking about a hire today that has had the legal community in Georgia talking. Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis just hired a new prosecutor. Her name is Shermela Williams. Until February of this year, Shermela Williams was a judge, a Fulton County Superior Court judge.
Fulton County judge could lose her job after Georgia's judicial watchdog says she broke the law. The Judicial Qualifications Commission says Superior Court Judge Shermela Williams is facing several misconduct allegations, including improper communication with attorneys, delays on ruling on cases, and using her position to try to influence family court cases involving her uncle and a sorority sister.
What's going on, everybody? We're going to be talking about Fani Willis again, and I saw this story a few days ago, and I thought I have to talk about it. I mean, Fani Willis, you already know who she is, the DA who got herself kicked out of the Trump case for that whole Nathan Wade situation. Well, she's making another hiring decision that just got me asking, what the hell is going on in Fulton County? Now, before we dive into this mess, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, all those good things to help this channel grow. Now, let's get into it. Fani Willis hired Shermela Williams as her prosecutor. Now, you might be asking yourself, who the hell is Shermela Williams? She's a former Fulton County judge who just resigned in February. Not retired, resigned. She quit while facing removal from the bench for misconduct. We're talking about 30 plus formal counts from the Georgia Judicial Qualifications Commission. And finally looked at this resume and said, you know what? This is exactly who I need on my team. This doesn't make any sense.
Former Fulton County Assistant District Attorney Daryl Cohen says a recommendation like this is rare and reflects the severity of the accusations.
We have to know as lawyers and as litigants, people in the courtroom, that judge, male or female, young or old, it doesn't really matter, is above reproach and doesn't have a stake in the case, doesn't care who wins, just wants to follow the law and do the right thing.
So let's start with the receipts on Shermela Williams. According to the Georgia Judicial Qualifications Commission, that is the state watchdog that keeps judges in line, Shermela Williams was facing removal for what they called willful misconduct in office and conduct per judicial. This is a thing that everyone should be extremely concerned with. This wasn't just paperwork violations. This woman illegally jailed a witness. Not allegedly, illegally.
Do you remember there being an allegation that Judge Williams improperly detained somebody that was present in her courtroom for a hearing?
Yes.
Picture this. You are a 21-year-old woman testifying in your parents' divorce case. Judge Williams doesn't like your testimony, so she just orders you to the courthouse holding cell for over 30 minutes. No legal authority, no due process, just because she could. And when she brings this woman back to the courtroom, she lectures her about having daddy issues. I'm not making this up. The JQC complaint has the quotes. Williams told this woman, I was a prosecutor for 10 years, and let me tell you what I saw over and over again. Girls who come in here with daddy issues, they never even realized they had. Who talks to people like that from the bench? I mean, really, who does that? But wait, there's more, because when you're corrupt, you can't just be corrupt once. The JQC found that Williams gave special treatment to her sorority sister in a child custody case. When the opposing attorney asked her to recuse herself, Williams called the woman directly on her personal cell phone to discuss the case, which is totally illegal. They call this ex parte communications. You're not supposed to have a conversation without the other attorney present. And when Williams got caught, she told another attorney she didn't want to accuse herself because it might hurt her in the future elections. She was literally prioritizing her political career over her ethics. Oh yeah, and she was slow walking cases for years. People were waiting for over 2.5 years for rulings in child support cases. Families in limbo because this judge couldn't be bothered to do her job. The JQC recommended her permanent removal from the bench. That's not a slap on the wrist. They're saying you should never, ever, ever be a judge again.
So that's one thing, right? The road to hell is paved with good intentions sometimes. And so it's just best to err on the side of not doing anything, right? So even in my personal life, there are things that I don't do because, as one of my mentors told me, you can never take the judge hat off.
That's count one. And again, this relates to the phone call with Miss Alexander. You were charged with violating Code of Judicial Conduct Rule 1.2a. in relation to that call. Do you admit to that count?
I take exception to the language in the count, but it looks like we've admitted to it.
When you say,
Looks like we admitted to it. I don't know what that means.
We've
Did
been-
all of us admit to that?
No, my lawyer, sir.
Okay. But you're admitting to it.
Yes.
Okay.
But I'm talking about the document, so that's why I'm saying it looks like.
As I talk about this, I see why Fani Willis decided to hire her. She has her own issues. I mean, we've documented on this channel. I'm sure you know Nathan Wade, the special prosecutor that she hired for the Trump case that she was secretly dating, the relationship that got her kicked out of the biggest case of her career. This wasn't about qualifications. This was about personal relationships and poor judgments.
But what I can tell you about me as a district attorney, I didn't indict anyone who I did not believe committed a crime. I think they see our no-nonsense, tough approach on violent criminals, and I think it is a referendum that they want me to continue to do the work.
But now she's hired Shermela Williams, and Willis's office put out a statement calling Williams an accomplished attorney who previously served with distinction. Distinguished? She just quit to avoid being removed from the bench. Finally, Willis's spokesman said that they're fortunate to have Williams back. Fortunate. This woman was facing 30 misconduct charges. You know what this tells me? Either Fani Willis has terrible judgment when it comes to personnel decisions, or she's operating by a different set of standards than the rest of us. When the Georgia Supreme Court won't even hear your appeal to stay on the Trump case, maybe, just maybe, you should be making more careful choices about who you're hiring. What kind of message does this send to the people of Fulton County who expect their prosecutors to uphold the law, not hire people who have been accused of breaking it?
So I want to hear it from you. In this job, and women in general standing into these positions, to threaten me is a waste of time. It's a complete waste of their time. And it's not going to get anyone results, and I don't care if it's a member of Congress, I don't care if it's a local, someone in the community. One thing that people learn about me is I'm equal opportunity prosecutor. So if you come into this community and you violate the law, you're going to be held accountable.
Fani Willis likes to talk about accountability. How about starting with accountability in your own hiring practices? Spent months investigating Williams. They issue a detailed report with their findings. They recommend permanent removal, and Willis just ignores all of that. This isn't about second chances or redemption. This is about standards. And right now, it looks like Willis doesn't have any standards. Fani Willis wanted to build a brand going after corruption. She went after Trump and his allies for allegedly trying to interfere with elections to undermine the justice system. But when it comes to her own office, when it comes to her own hiring decisions, different rules apply. You can't be the accounting police for everyone else while giving passes to people on your own team. That's not justice. That's you being a hypocrite. Williams admitted that she had no legal authority to jail that witness. She admitted it was an error in judgment. But according to Willis, that makes her qualified to be a prosecutor again. Make it make sense. This is more than just one bad hiring decision. This is about whether we are going to hold our elected officials to the same standards they claim to hold everyone else to. Fani Willis wanted to be the accountability sheriff, but she keeps making decisions that show she doesn't understand accountability starts at home. Miss Williams should not be a prosecutor or a judge at all. She should probably just go away. I don't know, maybe have her own law firm somewhere. But Fani Willis hired her anyway, and none of us should pretend that that is normal or acceptable. But let me know what you guys think about this story in the comments below. Thank you for taking time to watch this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video.